September's honorable mention goes to Transart's BWM-03 Metal Leopard Commander, aka Transmetal's Cheetor. This goes out to Beast Wars fans. Me, I'm the Beast Wars fan. 30 years almost next year of Transformers Beast Wars, one of the best iterations of the continuity. You can fight me on it. I don't mind. It's what got me into Transformers in the first place. And when I saw this version, because they had a prior iteration with a slight color difference, I just hopped on it. It's a reissue. Transart is stating that they're no longer going to be doing releases anymore because of critique and stuff. It could have been because of factories, QC materials. Sometimes there is some issues, but I'm glad that we got this in 4D form. And yeah, I had to put this in the collection because who doesn't like Beast Wars? I promise you, come fight me about it. Beast Wars is fire. I don't care about the graphics.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
What's going on, people? This is Craft Collects, and welcome to the mail call for September. A little bit behind, but I'm here, aren't I? You know, talking about figures that came through in September, and man, that's a lot. I feel almost irresponsible, but is it my fault? I pushed pre-order with an expected ETA provided by the companies, and they decided to push that aside, throw that out the window, scrap that. We need money right now. So a lot of these pre-orders, this stack of stuff that came through in September, was supposed to be littered throughout fall all the way to winter. Some of it supposed to come in even this year? I think so, but like not September. Like, you know, I have my folders that organize everything and keep me aware of when something's coming in, and I just had to just keep changing and editing that spreadsheet. By the way, that spreadsheet is still available for those who want to use it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What's going on? This is Craft Collects, the channel in which I talk about this fun here collecting journey, everything nerdy. And I do these mail calls just to be accountable of how much money I'm spending. And this one's the irresponsible one. Hasbro. How could you? Thank you for watching. Thank you for returning if you're returning. If not, welcome to the show. Welcome to what this is. I've been yapping this entire time, but with B-roll showing that I got a good amount of things this month. I finished Devastator. I finished Superion. There's some Gameverse figures. I went back and got some Rise of the Beast stuff. It was a lot, and I'll show some here in this B-roll. But the focus is for me to just show the actual favorites for this month. And starting with a pre-order from February of this year, we got SHF Final Form Cooler, a grail piece to the kids, as they say, because it was hard to get at one point when it initially came out, pre-COVID, in COVID. When it first released, it was a sought after figure. It might have been slept on a little bit because, you know, Cooler's not the most remembered. Metal Cooler probably more than the first iteration of Cooler, but the figure itself was just so highly praised and lauded that I believe it's kind of one of those, like, once you get it in your hands or you see a review and hear how the reviewer talks so much about the figure and its articulation, that might be what like strikes that FOMO, that you don't want to miss out on such an amazing piece. So of course I was one of them, but I wasn't collecting back then. So, you know, just the thought of being able to get a nice, detailed, highly articulated villain in the collection for the display, I couldn't miss out. So I put my pre-order in February. That was like, I think when I was going to MegaCon, pulled over, got some food on the way up, and finished that pre-order. Make sure you do not text or pre-order and draft, kids. And yeah, man, this delivers every which way that everybody spoke about. It has articulation for such a bulky figure, and being that this was probably in between their adjustments in engineering, more detailed sculpting, the musculature, and you know, adding a little bit more extra ball joints to parts. This is one of those pieces that you know, I guess they say you put in a museum to show the progression a company went through. And I couldn't miss out. It's amazing. It poses super well. I'm gonna have this versus one of my legendary Super Saiyan Gokus, because y'all know that fight, the scenes, the posters that people have, Goku holding that arm, or maybe even cooler, getting in the beat up Goku just as he arrived, thinking he was about to just easily squash all that, but he had just become a Super Saiyan. All that, that's what it wells up inside me, is that excitement for the media that gave us the figure versions for us to collect and have both. Now you get to enjoy everything about it. So I'm 100% recommending this. Yes, of course, the pre-orders are now finished and the figures are in people's hands, so you might be paying a little bit more if you want it, but you don't need me to tell you that. You've most likely already been collecting long enough, or seen it somewhere else where you already liked it. So boom, that's what we got. Put this boy away so that the display can be made. And then another one of those that's just haunting me, been sitting in the pre-order purgatory limbo, not sure when it's actually gonna arrive or when they're gonna ask for the next payment. This is from like last year, or at least a year from when I finally made the final payment. They finally released this PC Toys Illusionist. This is the deluxe version. I'm not sure if most people even were aware of this. I previously had the Marvel Legends and decided I wasn't all for how stiff of a cloak that was, and I wanted something that flowed a lot more. I was gonna get probably like a third party or a custom cape for it, but then they dropped this, and it was $100+, 120. I'm gonna say 120. That was a lot for this minimized hot toy, but I'll pose it more than I guess a collector of hot toys was. The Jake Gyllenhaal's face sculpt, it did all right. It wasn't that great. Minimal amount of hands and accessories for the cost, and I will say that here, it looks like a great piece. We are not getting anybody to provide us a villain. SHF, it looks like nothing from Mafex. They've moved on from Far From Home, and they're now doing, of course, all the No Way Home stuff. But we're not getting fabric, soft goods, rubber or texturized outfit for Mysterio, because the guy lasted like what, he maybe had 30 minutes of on-screen time in a universe of Marvel stuff, and that's it. They're not going back. Maybe they'll go back in the future, but in the meantime, I guess I have to pay $120+ for it to get here and be happy with what I got. And I'm not happy with the amount of accessories that came through for the price point. The display looks cool, the little effect piece that it stands in. Then the effect pieces that go on his hands, of course, yeah, none of that's gonna come with the $25 Marvel Legends version. If one of these other licensed companies would do it, would it be 120? Maybe, because Goblin was 140 or 50 US side. So it was like, you better to import him. But he didn't have soft goods. He just had a bunch of accessories, flight, glider. This is just my ramble. This is my ramble while holding this figure and being super happy with it. So, it ended up in my favorites. I guess it's just the price per value. But was anybody else going to give us this? And that's my question. I wonder if that happens with other collectors. Like, they get it, and then they're like, would have this been worth it if I was to get it from a licensed studio? But in hand, it's great. You don't want to pose it too much because, of course, rubberized knees and arms, joints and stuff like that. It does pose enough where you can bring up the hands. It's gonna look dope in my mind, my mind's eye. We're not there yet. We're building that out, and that's the purpose of this journey. This series is just bringing the stuff in, taking a look at it, and seeing if I would like it enough to keep it in the collection. But that's it. That's my yap for this month. That's September. I'm going to scatter some other items that came in for the rest of the month. Like I said, it was a lot. And they got me that month. They got me. The budget was toppled. It was defeated. And October, we're starting off a lot better. Bills were paid, credit cards are paid off, and reward points used. Make sure you are budgeting for these things. You are not just spending all willy-nilly. You do not need me to dad you. You guys know exactly what you're doing. Just do it responsibly. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you got either of these two or anything else I'm just showing in the background of figures in your collection this month, and what you're getting in the next few weeks. as we finish off the year. It's crazy. Yep. End of 2025. At the time of me recording this, 2.5 months left. So get your wallets ready. Prepare for things that are coming in, and be careful with more tariffs being threatened. Some of this stuff I'm saying probably doesn't even matter because the future changes every single day, not even week anymore, every day. Y'all take it easy, be safe, and I will see you in one of the review yapping videos. My thoughts, you know where to find me. Like and subscribe. I don't normally say it, but I appreciate you being here and watching and listening to the end. All right, take it easy. Peace.